Hey everybody, welcome back to another Sharp Auto Body video. And today I wanted to talk about SRS systems, supplemental restraint systems. SRS, supplemental restraint systems. What's a supplemental restraint system, you ask? Supplemental restraint system is your airbag. It's also your seat belts. Those two things work hand in hand. People often think that if they got an airbag, they don't need their seatbelt or vice versa, but you need both of them. They work hand in hand. So a supplemental restraint system is your airbag system. I wanted to give you a little information in this video about a question that I'm often asked: is there something wrong with my airbags? And I want you to understand how an airbag works. An airbag works on how quickly the vehicle is coming to a stop. So if you're coming up to somebody and you slam on the brakes, the vehicle doesn't know at that point if you're going to hit them or not. The vehicle does know that you've slowed down tremendously. This is what's called nosediving a car. So when you slam on the brakes, and oddly enough, just yesterday, some chucklehead, I watched him in my rear view mirror. I've said this in previous videos. He's screaming up on me, and I've left plenty of room. I started moving forward, and he already started going towards the ditch. But he had locked it up, and he had nosedived his vehicle. And so when you nosedive your vehicle, the front of your vehicle goes down, the back of your vehicle comes up, because all that weight is shifting, especially with the engine in the front. So you nosedive your vehicle. The airbag sensor sits on a couple of planes, obviously, the vertical and the horizontal. So that airbag sensor knows that the angle it's supposed to be sitting at has changed. It also knows that the car is coming to a rapid stop. So people ask me all the time, what they'll do is they'll slam on their brakes and they'll hit the person in front of them. And they'll say, my airbag's broken or my airbag's not working correctly. No, that's not the case. Your airbag is working just fine. The challenge is that your airbag doesn't know at this point whether you're going to stop and miss the impact or if you're going to impact the car. And again, because of those two planes, it often won't go off because it's not at the right angle for the airbag to go off. Heaven forbid you should cross a center line and then you hit somebody head on. At that point, that airbag is going to go off every time because it's not going to be out of position. Here's another thing to keep in mind. Most of the time, what we see is the car in front of you does the same thing. They nosedive their car by slamming on the brakes. The back of their car goes up. Now, you slam on your brakes, the front of your car goes down. This is what happens. Their bumper, which is now way up in the air, misses your bumper, which is way down, and their bumper goes into your grill, your headlights, and your hood, and none of that's meant to take that initial impact, and it eats up the front of that car, causing lots and lots of damage. So your airbag, your SRS, supplemental restraint system, very powerful. It keeps people safe. It's saving lives, but it only works when it knows for sure the car's coming to a stop way too fast and that you're going to that it needs to deploy or blow and protect you in the driver's seat and or the passenger seat. So keep in mind that when you slam on your brakes from tailgating somebody or playing with your cell phone or eating your fast food or reading the newspaper or trying to reach around the back seat to smack the kids if they get out of line. I know I shouldn't say smack the kids, but my dad, God bless him, God rest his soul, he could reach anywhere in the back seat and never had to look. I don't know how he did it, but my point to all this is just be careful and realize that once you nosedive that car, that odds are the airbag is not going to deploy because the airbag sensor is out of position and the car's got all these computers and it knows that it's slowing down, but it doesn't know if it's going to impact anything. So be safe, be aware, and now you know a little something more about your supplemental restraint system, SRS system, which is both your airbag and your seatbelt. Use both of them and you'll be happy you did.